Hey, what's up everybody? Today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Sunstreaker. So starting off here in car mode, we can see that Sunstreaker does have this nice weapon slash foot slash hand accessory on top of the back of the vehicle, and it does evoke kind of a Generation 1 feel, having like the intake back here with the engine, and there is actually a nice bit of engine detail there molded into that weapon accessory. So what the Hasbro engineers have done is there's a little slot back here on the spoiler, and then there's a tab there that just tabs into there, into that slot, and there's actually additional tabs here up front. So it's not going anywhere once it's on there. So really nice use of the accessory there. So taking it off, we can take a look at the awesome looking car mode here. Looking really nice. And I do like the yellow. For some reason I had looked at pictures and watched videos and the yellow kind of seemed off to me, and it might be so in this video, but looking at it in person, it's a nice bright yellow. I got some red back here as well. Alright, so car mode, let's go ahead and transform it into robot mode, and then we'll take a look at the arm mode, and finally the leg mode. Alright. And I don't remember this being the case, but the spoilers actually serve to form the foot as well and gives it support, kind of like heel support. Otherwise I found that just having the front of the foot transformed, it tends to make the figure fall down or fall backwards. And finally bring down the chest piece here. Now there is two slots there, two tabs on this chest, and this will tab in and kind of lock this chest plate in place. There we go. And the chest plate, of course, serves to mostly cover up the combiner post, which is nice. So looking at robot mode here, you can see that the head sculpt is very, very G1 Sunstreaker-esque. Pretty much spot on, I would say. Head seems to be maybe a little bit small in relation to the body. That's my initial impression, and it kind of does seem a little bit small. But given the space they have in here to store away the head, that may have been a consideration as to why they had to make it that small. I'm just guessing, I don't know for sure. But it's, you know, up to you to decide yourself whether you think it's too small. It doesn't really bother me too much now. But when I first looked at the figure in hand, because I kind of felt the head was on the small side. So not much to say here in robot mode. Same articulation as the previous mold it was based on. You got the head here, looks to be on probably a ball joint in shoulders, hinged and ball jointed elbows, double jointed due to the transformation, swivel at the waist, ball jointed hips, swivel at the thigh, hinge at the knees, and that's really all you have for articulation for this guy. Of course, you can take the accessory and transform it into a weapon. You know, peg it into either one of his hands, you know, like that. So in robot mode, one other thing you can do with the weapon accessory is you can plug it in the back here. I'm not sure if this peg hole is present on the original molds, but you can plug it in the back here, and you sort of have the Generation 1 look with the, you know, the intakes here back sitting behind his head. There's quite a gap there, but it kind of pulls off the effect, you know, of that G1 look. So there is that option as well. It serves to, you know, be an homage as well as just functional in terms of storage for the weapon here in robot mode. So Sunstreaker does have another accessory, which is this gun slash sword. I say that because it looks like it can be wielded as a gun as such, or you can have it as a sword, like so, because it does have an edge to it. So pretty cool, nice silver paint applied to it, so looking pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the arm mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to untab the chest piece here, put all this back into the front end of the car. Took that away there. Bring down the arms such that these pieces get rotated back down to the side like that. Rotate up the arms, still go back in there. And let's see, the legs need to tab together. I think the spoiler goes back like that. Bring out the combiner post here. And then we can go ahead and attach the hand, transform it into a hand first of all, like so. Plug it in. I do find that the joints and the way that the car mode, the back of the car mode here holds together is solid. On some of the releases I had figures where the joints are really loose beyond normal tolerances, as well as these connections here, the tabs would be loose as well. Not so on this figure, I'm pleased to report. So none of that mold degradation, at least in this particular example that I have. So there you go. There is the arm. Of course, you can rotate around using the waist joint, bend it, you know, to be an arm. So let me take this out, transform this back into the foot mode there. Rotate the peg up, rotate around, and we're going to collapse the legs back into basically into the car mode. There we go. Peg together. Everything tabbed into place. And there is leg mode. Alright, thanks for watching. This has been my review of Transformers Combiner Wars Sunstreaker.